Hello, my dear friend. Today is back to some basic training of concentration, especially gazing. So, gazing here means you can look at something without any judgments. Let's practice right now. So, please look at this not so beautiful image, me. Look at me without any judgment and description. Okay, that's about 1 minute. How's that? You may notice there's thoughts arise. Some are the memories, some are plans, to-do list or list to do, or some are like judgments or description of what you're looking at. You see there is 3 time zone here: memory, now, and future. The mental activity, our mental activities are always in 3 time zone: past, now, and future. Now when you're looking at something and you're trying to look at something without judgments and description, the mind will say it's boring and try to distract you by some memories or some list to do. Memories in the past, funny things, sad things, terrible things, or plans in the future, important things, plans, desires. And if you can, if these memories and the plans doesn't arrive in your mind, some judgments may arise or description, even it's neutral. So what we are practicing here is you really engage at looking something without memory, without plans to do, and without description. You see, that's the key of this practice. You're just purely aware or purely observing, looking by our eyes, looking through our eyes. It's like you see through things. You see and you're not see. Okay, next let's practice 1 more minute again. So this time we have some requirement. No memory, no plans to do, list to do, no description or judgment. Let's try. So if there's any mental activity arise, let them go. And you bring your attention back to this gazing at this non-beautiful or beautiful image. Let's do it. Okay, that's about 1 minute. How about this time? You may notice thoughts arise. Can you let it go? Or you may have very little thought. Congratulations. So, you see, we have 5 senses, right? And more than 50% of information comes from our eyes. So if we can practice that this kind of looking at something but no judgments, then you have less disturbed, you have less disturbing thoughts. Disturbing thoughts here means sometimes we are so focused or looking at the negativity of the object, even though sometimes it's neutral. If you can letting go, if you can have that power of watching things but without any description or judgments, but you're fully aware, then you will be very stable in terms of being aware only. Being aware also means you're aware of your positive thinking too. Of course, comparing to the negative thoughts, when you are looking at things, positive thoughts are more beautiful. But this practice is practicing the awareness. So even the beautiful thoughts you're aware of, this practice will bring you back to the source of the negatives and the positives. And you are free from all of it, all of them. Okay, let's practice 1 minute again. Okay, how about this time? Maybe better again. So the purpose of this practice is to build up a space between the object we are looking at and the subject, you. Actually, there's a space between the object and the subject. If you can look at something, preserve the power of non-judgments, you may find that space between the object and the you, the perceiver. Once you recognize this space, then you have more understanding how the thoughts or description can influence you. So my suggestion here, you can start from looking at natural stuff like a flower, a plant, or you can gaze into the clouds in the sky. Try to just look at it without any judgments and description. You will find a lot of profound and interesting phenomena behind this seems boring gazing. It's not boring at all. Sometimes I even practice, you can I watch some movie with my kids. So what I practiced was I was watching a movie, but I'm trying to just watch it without any engagement. You know, like you are just watching, but your attention still on the subject is not in the object, in the film you're looking at. So a film is a moving object, contains more like story or drama or action and reaction, that stuff. So at that time I just purely observe. I can step out from the movie or film and just observe. Most of the time when we watch a movie, we are totally in the movie. Our whole attention go to the movie. But if you're a serious practitioner, if you're serious, you can try to step out of what you're looking at. Even it's a three-dimensional space or scenario or situation. Actually, it's four-dimensional plus time. So it will become, but this kind of looking at four-dimensional situation or scenario or movie is more for advanced level. It's better you can start from just looking at still objects like flower, a tree, a blade of grass. Starting from the still object first, then you can try to like a cloud in the sky, a bird flying in the sky, maybe a movie, and to a four-dimensional like real world. So this practice is have that build up that sense of space between the perceiver you and what you're looking at. Could be object, could be a movie, could be a situation, could be the real world. Have that space build up and stabilize that sense of space. Okay, my dear friend, that's all for today. Thank you. Bye now.